Hello, I'm Lelda Smits for the Finance News Network, and joining me from 99wuxian is its chairman, Ross Benson. Ross, welcome back to FNN.
My pleasure, Lelda.
So since we last spoke, 99wuxian has announced a series of major milestones, including a $25 million equity placement. What is the main purpose of the funding?
The main purpose of the placement was really to continue the organic growth trajectory of the business, and we've now established a platform that's been in operation for 2 years, and we're seeing very strong growth rates come through, as you'll see from the announcement on the last quarter's figures. And it's very important that we maintain this momentum, so this is part of that process.
Okay, now you've also just initiated a strategic review to assess your listing structure and location. What are you aiming to determine?
Well, the main objective from what we call the RFP process, which is really stands for Request for Proposal from a lot of the global investment banks who are thematically following this space very strongly, is to make sure that our current listing structure and our capital structure really accommodates the optimum outcome for the shareholders in the business. The underlying industry drivers are very, very strong, and so it's very important that we are positioned well in advance to accommodate the growth that we expect in the future.
Excellent. Now, 99wuxian's strategy also includes increasing the average transaction value and spend per registered user. How are you tracking in delivering these objectives?
Well, I think the interesting thing about our business is the drivers behind this business are a fundamental shift in consumer behaviour. So whilst the company is actively looking at strategies to increase this user spend and frequency of spend, the nature of the consumer behaviour means that the driver is that consumer change. So all dynamics of that or the economics around that consumer are increasing, both the frequency of spend and the spend per transaction. So we're very pleased with the progress that is making.
Great. Now, turning to trading results, last month you reported solid growth in all key performance indicators. What stood out the most for you?
I think probably the biggest factor is that we're seeing a repeat of the organic growth that we've seen on a quarterly basis, even looking back 2 years on the platform. So our gross transaction value for the June quarter this year was approximately 1.6 billion RMB. To June 13 last year quarter, it was about 580 million RMB. And I think that we'll find that gross transaction value tracks a very similar trajectory to what we saw from June 13 last year to December 13, where we saw gross transaction value increase 4 to 5 times in that 6-month period. So we're very pleased with the progress being made. 300% growth quarter on a year-to-year basis is very strong.
Finally, Ross, 99wuxian has already experienced significant growth since listing in October last year. Where are you now looking for opportunities?
Well, I think the biggest opportunity for Wuxian is we have 31 million registered users. Because we're connected to our business partners through their mobile banking apps, at that level our business partners have already captured 320 million mobile banking app holders. So our biggest and most exciting opportunity is to now accelerate the rate at which those mobile app customers convert to registered users on our platform. So our focus really is in working with our business partners to accelerate that registration, and we certainly have some very strong targets looking forward and believe the business will grow and continue to grow very quickly.
Ross Benson, thank you for the update from 99wuxian.
Okay, thank you, Lelda.